What did Bowling Green's defense show you guys that you knew was going to be able to come out and work?
Well, we studied Bowling Green all off season. We really studied Eastern Illinois since they had a new coaching staff at Bowling Green, and we knew they were going to play a two-high shell, two high safeties here. We knew they were going to play soft zone coverage and kind of keep everything in front of them and try to go up and make the tackle. So really what we wanted to do, with it being the first game of the season, we knew everybody's hyped, everybody's juiced, so we wanted to get those D linemen cut, let them know, hey, we're going to be here all day, and we're going to let our try to put the ball in one of our best players' hands in space and see what we can do on that first snap.
Now explain over here on the left side, we've got Ace. That's the personnel, correct?
Yep.
Then Danger.
So this is our personnel. Danger left is the formation that we're in. We drew it up over here, obviously in a right formation, but this is the exact same formation, just the other way. Then this is the play that we had called. We call it Rocket.
Okay. Run Rocket and take me through Rocket.
So as we talked, they were going to be in a two-high safety look, which they came out how we wanted to, with the apex backer, their nickel player or wheel linebacker, with a two-linebacker box. Now they showed something here that they hadn't shown. They walked the Sam on the ball late, which no big deal in this particular play. So here it is, what we wanted to do. We wanted to get those D linemen cut down. There they are, all cut down, all our linemen on the ground. Those guys cut. Throw the screen out to Leon. Leon catches it, and as you see, we want him in space. He catches the ball, and there's really nobody within 12 yards of him. I mean, this guy is, but he's
really good there.
He just got cut, and he's, obviously doing a flip, so he's not going to make the play. So, that's what we wanted. We talked about earlier. We wanted to get him one-on-one. We'd like for Leon to make this guy miss, but he didn't, and we opened the season off with a 6-yard gain. We'll take that any day of the week. So it's 1st and 10. So as I said earlier, we have two really good tight ends. So this play is called for their number. We want to get the ball to this guy right here. He's going to run up and basically run an 8 to 10 yard option route off this safety.
This is Higbee lined up in the slot.
This is Higbee lined up out in the slot here, which really causes, that causes defenses a lot of problems.
When you throw your tight end out there.
Being able to put a big body. We can line him up here, we can line him up out here, and he's so athletic that he really, it's a real mismatch for these guys trying to cover this big body that runs as well as he does. Mitchell does a nice job of winning across the guy's face. Brandon does a nice job of not worrying about, he's trusting his tackle is going to make this block. He's not even worried about it. Everybody else does their job, they're running their route. Just his first read wins, and that's where he goes with the ball. Mitchell does a nice job of catching the ball in traffic, getting it quick tuck, obviously, getting it tucked away, don't let the defender knock it out.
When we go to Illinois the next week, it's not as easy. Obviously, it's a little bit tougher competition, but we'll go back to the board here and just sort of draw up for me maybe some plays that may have worked well against Bowling Green, but didn't really work well against Illinois.
Illinois obviously had a week of a film to see what we were going to do, and kind of what they did was put more guys in the box. As we see here, there's a 7-man box now with a safety down, and they pressed up our receivers. Well, what that does is it takes away those quick screens, it takes away that stuff, and now we're having to run the ball in the box. And those receivers are having to be physical and fight those corners all day instead of getting easy releases all day like they did against Bowling Green. We have that same screen we had called last time. Really, they're playing the same exact look we saw, except now you see this guy's pressed, this guy's pressed. It makes it for a lot tougher day for these guys.
This is the same play from that first...
from the very first snap of the game against Bowling Green, it's the same exact play.
Yeah.
Well, obviously this guy's been coached up. He's been told, all right, if this guy takes off running, I want you to peel with him. I'm sure is what their coach told him. So he takes off running, they peel. Well, that guy's not accounted for in the blocking scheme. We're expecting him to rush. This guy's going to block him. Well, obviously he can't block him running way out there.
And Cam is just left by himself there.
Right. So quarterback turns, throws the ball out there. Instead of the 5-yard gain we had against Bowling Green, it's a loss of 5. That's the things that a week of film and coaching and good players will do for you is, we have to adjust off what they're doing. Obviously we didn't come back to this play. With them doing that, that's not a good play for us against Illinois.